Hey guys, okay. I am the biggest idiot ever. I just want to make that clear, okay? The biggest idiot. Because my dumb butt didn't get to bed until 2 o'clock in the morning or later for like the last 3 nights. Well, no, I take that back. The last couple nights up until yesterday, I'd gone to bed at a decent time. I mean, maybe like... by comparison to 2 o'clock in the morning, I'd say maybe like noon. Wow, okay, see, that's how tired I am. Midnight, or like 1. But I have to be up super early because the kids have to catch the bus and somebody kind of has to be there to get them on that bus. So I wake up, the alarm goes off, and I'm like, why am I alive? Why? And in my last video, I said I had to change my morning alarm because it was hopes and dreams. But hopes and dreams wasn't loud enough to wake me up. Now I know I used Megalovania for a different alarm on my phone for something, to remind me of something that happens in the afternoon. And I know every single time it goes off, it scares me out of my wits, man. Like I jump like 10 feet in the air every single time. So I was like, what if I made that my alarm? That would wake me up. Well, I was right. It wakes me up, but not enough. It wakes me up enough so I can turn it off. Like, push snooze or whatever. And, yeah, that's about it. My mom's in Washington, D.C. until Friday, which happens to be my birthday. Thank you. Anyway, so she's out of town until then. And I was making a joke with her last night, because she comes on here. So if you guys ever see the doctor, 1439, that's my madre. Anyway, I was making a joke with her, and I'm like, I think you need to get me, since you're like in DC, I'm like, can you get me a super loud alarm clock that looks like the Capitol building or something? She's like, well, I could get you some pictures. I'm like, well, that's not gonna help me at all. And she said it'll help you get to sleep. I'm like, oh, that's nice. It's like, I can tell you really love DC. But anyway, so I'm just gonna do the mail reading since I'm like half dead right now, and I have a headache and just so I might as well get it done and over with. I know there's some purple Shep ones in here today, because everyone loves that purple Shep voice. I don't know why. I was watching my video from yesterday, and, like, when I do the impression, to me it sounds decent enough, but then when I actually play it back, I'm like, nah. My voice is too high to do his voice. So it just sounds like me screaming. Da da da! That's basically it. It's just me yelling. So I'm like, okay, well... if people like it, I'll keep doing it, but I'm not convinced. Yeah, I'm just my regular self today. In fact, actually, my nickname shows that too. Hola! Rainbow-colored lightning SFM. Now, the reason for that is because of, when I was doing SFM stuff, Source Filmmaker posters, my logo, I made my logo, all rainbow-colored because I love rainbows. And I love Azrael. Who, his battle is nothing but rainbows. Or rainbow colored things, like the background changes, and when he's like floating, every time he moves back and forth, he has a rainbow trail. So, yeah, I like rainbows a lot. Anyway, on to the mail. Now, there are going to be a couple little, I don't know, cutscenes, I guess. Maybe at the end here, I'll post one of my more recent Source Filmmaker things. Keep in mind, don't judge me, I'm not the one that made the model, so it doesn't necessarily look as good as I'd like it to, which is exactly why I stopped doing Source Filmmaker stuff for Undertale. I feel the characters look better drawn, and I can't draw. So I don't really do any Source Filmmaker stuff right now. I've been tempted, with Sister Location, I've been tempted to do some more FNAF stuff, but it's almost impossible on the laptop. Source Filmmaker takes up so many resources, it even made my computer slow down. I can't even imagine what it would do to my desktop. And if I was to do one, Minecraft would be out of the question. I'd have to get off of it immediately, and sometimes those things take me a couple hours to make, edit, perfect, because I am a bit of a perfectionist. So it's whatever. But anyway, I'm going off on tangent. This is why I need more sleep, because I'm like right now. You know what? I'm gonna go to my perch. I'm gonna go up here, since there's nobody here to hit me off. Because people do that. They walk up to me and they just smack me and I fall off the thing. It sucks when I'm, there. It sucks when I don't have fly on, because then if people hit me, I just sort of fall and it takes some damage. It's not bad. I mean, it's not like it kills me or anything. Heck, I've even jumped off of Sans and Papyrus's roof onto the ground. Alright, anyway, so this is, I don't remember what it was called. Mail? I think it was just mail. Yeah. Okay. Hey, I just want to say that I love your purple Shep impression and that you should do more impressions in videos. I know this is a lot to ask, but can you do a Papyrus impression for me? Does puppy eyes. Please. Well, I've actually done the Papyrus voice before. He's actually one of the easier ones for me to imitate. So it's not a lot to ask at all. But let's see. Like I said, I'm tired. I'm out of it. So let's see how well I can do this while I'm totally drained. So I'm trying to think of something he would say besides, you know, the typical Undertale lingo here. Let's see. Well, I do this all the time. So there's that, of course. But then, let's see. Oh man, I should have like written a script. I need to write like a Papyrus script or just a script for people in general. No one ever asked me to do a Sans impression. I cannot do that. It's just basically my normal voice, maybe just kind of slowed down a little. Like, I just sort of slow myself because I'm just, that's how I see myself, that's how I, tired. That's how I see Sans talking, is more like calm and slowed down instead of like me where I'm like all the time. Let's see. Still trying to think of something to say. Alright, you know what? I'll come back to this. Maybe I'll think of something along the way that I could say. But you have the nyeh, so there's that. There's something. But I know I've done... Anyway. Alright. Once on a genocide, Frisk was dunked. And when Sans said, "If you really are my friend, you will not come back," Frisk didn't reset or come back. Sans was waiting and then realized what Frisk did. Sans, Frisk, are you coming back to fight? Where... oh, and this is like where Frisk is. Frisk is somewhere in like purgatory or something. Just kind of sitting there like, well, what do I do now? Shara, come on, Frisk. This is... you're not... I can't read. Come on, Frisk. You're not his friend in this timeline. But, Frisk, but... I was in the last timeline. Like he said when he dunked me. I'll not come back if I was his friend. Shara, fine. Just waste your time. Shara rolls her eyes. I could actually see that happening. Like, I literally just saw that in my head. She's like, ugh, you cannot be serious right now. Well played. I like that. That's definitely cool. Sans, they didn't come back. Were they my friend? Sans looks at Frisk's soul and her body just laying with bones on her. But wouldn't her soul break? The soul breaks when you die. Whatever. Anyway. Sans, ugh. Need to get this out of here. Sans picks up Frisk. Sans is at his house. Sans sure feels quiet without Papyrus yelling at me. Sans notices there's a book on the ground. Wait a second. This sounds like a comic that I've watched, actually. Anyway, Sans, what's this? It has Frisk's name on it and another name, but it's scribbled on. Sans opens it, and the last few pages have writing saying, "Shara, stop. No, I don't want to." Please, Shara. It was Frisk's writing. Sans, did Frisk not mean to do all this? Sans, Shara, I'll get a... What is wrong with my brain? I'll get you, Shara. And your little dog, too! Sorry, anyway. For those who don't know, that's a Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz. Oh my god! Wizard of Oz reference. The parts of Frisk's soul try to go together and it looks messed up. Oh, okay, so the soul did break, but he picked up the shards. I see, okay. Sans, I'm sorry. Frisk. Sans holds Frisk's... Oh, I'm sorry, Frisk. Wow. Sans holds Frisk's soul that tried to go together. Shara is waiting for Sans. Shara. Well, hello, Sans. What a pleasure to see you with what's left of Frisk's broken soul. Super creepy smiley face. Sans. Well, look here. A book I found from Frisk Shara. Frisk. 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 Shara. Oh, that junk book? I never listened to Frisk, so let's get the fight going. Sans. You will die, Shara. Fight begins. Shara runs to Sans as he tries not to fall asleep. Oh, no, don't do that! No! Frisk's soul comes together and she runs in front of Sans and takes the slash before Sans died. Sans. Frisk? Frisk falls. Sans. Frisk! Frisk. She tells Sans that she was sorry for all of this. Frisk disappeared and her soul goes to Sans. Shara. Thanks. Where's the reset? Sans. Looking for this. Reset is behind him. Sans. But first, Bone goes through Shara to the roof, and Gaster Blasters surround Shara. They shoot. Sans. Get dunked on. You demon brat. I love it. Yes. Sans pushes the reset. Next page. Did you like my genocide of Frisk and Sans? I'll do another, but pacifist. Yes, I do. I like it. And actually, at first, it reminded me of a comic that I had seen, but then it completely took a different turn, so I love it. Yes. I mean, even if it was like the comic, I love it too. It's called, for anyone who's interested, the comic that I'm referring to, you can find it on YouTube as a comic dub, and it's called Judgment Hall. It's long though, so I mean it's good. Not my favorite comic, mainly because of the voice that they gave Sans. I don't like. They make him sound all like raspy and old man like. It's just, I don't know. To me, it just sounds weird, but whatever. But the guy who does the voice actually does a lot of different comic dubs online, so I just get over it. Okay, Pacifist Sans X Frisk story next is next. Be ready for it. Ooh la la! Insert Lenny face here. This oh my god, I can't read, why? Ugh. This server should never become like one of those mainstream ones. It's what makes it special. Please, no matter what other servers are like, don't change yours, because to me, this is the best server by far. Heart. And E. Oh, don't mind me now. I'm just testing if colors work in books here, with a smiley face. Actually, yes they do, but you don't use the and sign. I know that gets confusing, but there are different codes for whatever you want to use it for. For example, if you have your own server, and I know this all too well because, oh my god, it's a pain in the booty! But anyway, when you do the MOTD, or message of the day, which is what you see at the beginning when you first get into a game, where there's like the list of servers and you see multicolored titles in the picture, that's called the message of the day. Because people can change it, and you'll see that like the bigger servers will change it, especially for holidays. For example, a lot of them are talking about new Halloween games that they have out and whatnot. Well, with that, the code literally is a code. It's like slash, and then it has a whole bunch of letters and numbers, and you have to enter them in to get the color that you want, or the type of font that you want, like italic, bold, strike through, and then like the magic one, the one that blinks. And there are codes for each one. Then you have the nicknames, which is and, like the and sign, and then whatever code you want, which is a lot easier than the message of the day. But then you get to the books, and it's a different symbol. They're all still the same code. Like if you wanted to do E, which I think is what, yellow, if I remember correctly. I've been studying these things. I don't know. Anyway, so you're trying to do E. Maybe it's blue. Then you would have to type it's a symbol. It looks like two S's. After I'm done explaining this, there's going to be a picture on the screen for a few minutes, or like a minute. I think I'll put it up for a minute so people can sort of study it. That might be 30 seconds. I don't freaking know. Anyway, y'all can pause it if I didn't put it up there for long enough. Anyway, if you go there, it gives you the color codes and whatnot for books. But I also gave the link, because that will help you a lot. It's more than just books. I just happened to post, like make a little miniature picture that I could put up here involving book codes. So I'm gonna put that on the screen right now. Okay, done? Good. Alright. I hope you guys were able to get at least a little bit of information from that. That website and others have been my best friends for a little while now because I've been trying to do color codes everywhere. I'm so... okay, on to the next one. Anyway, thank you. I'm glad that you like it, and I'm glad that you think this is the best server. I'm not trying to go mainstream, it's just I'm trying to enforce rules. I know a lot of people tend to get frustrated with me because I you know, get snappy, especially when it comes to the nicknames, because people will change their names to something completely different, and I know they're trying to have fun, but especially when there's a lot of people here, I lose track of who's who. So let's say somebody comes on and they change their name to Exotic Butters, which tends to be like the biggest one here. Unless they're dressed up as a gift basket that looks with exotic butters in it, I'm not gonna know who that person is. I'm not gonna know what their actual screen name is. So if they change their name and start doing things they're not supposed to, I can't kick them or anything like that. I can't put a stop to what they're doing. Not without going into the console anyway, which is kind of a pain in the butt, so I don't. Well, I mean, I do from time to time. If I have to, I will. Just keep that in mind. So because I said that, that doesn't mean that you can get away with murder or whatever the case is just because you changed your name to something I won't recognize. I will figure out who you are. I'm just saying, it's a pain in the butt to do that. So it's whatever. Bonnie. Bonnie, hey. Sorry, I had to take care of my cat for a second. She was trying to go after, it was the youngest one, Bonnie. She's trying to go after Athena, who is the oldest cat in the house. So, yeah, I don't know if that's exactly why you're saying what you said, because maybe we're going a little mainstream. It's just, we're trying to enforce rules, because we want to make sure that everyone is happy and everything is done the way that it is most comfortable for everyone. There are going to be a few people that are not going to like it, but I don't plan to... Athena. I don't plan to go mainstream, really. I mean, I would like to make it sort of big. No, I mean, I don't mean like celebrity big. Like, I'm gonna make it big. Darling. Anyway. See, I can do Metaton, but I can't do Papyrus, right? By the way, I'm still stewing on that one. I will come back to that, I promise. So it's just, it's not that I'm trying to go mainstream, it's just that the more people show up, the more rules that have to be made, and eventually it may seem a little mainstream, but it's not gonna be as bad. It's still gonna be more personal than, like, you go to Hypixel, I don't even know who the owner is of Hypixel. I don't know who the admins are. I don't know anything about that. Because there's so many people there, you never actually know who is who. But you come to a place like this, it's smaller. You know everyone. You get to know people. I mean, there have been a couple people that have actually discovered they have a crush on each other, and now I feel like a matchmaker. And I'm talking about real life. I'm not talking about roleplay. I'm talking about real life. You know, and that makes me feel really good because I feel like I sort of brought people together. You know, even if I didn't, let's just pretend that I did, okay? Let's just pretend I didn't meet anywhere else. They only met here. And that's a good feeling. You know, we're all friends. We all know each other. And the admins, Doc and I, and MC Gamer Girly, and occasionally Brooke the Undying. She's angry because I op and de-op her all the time. I op her, when I have to be away from the keyboard and there's no one else on that can, or like docks away or whatever, I'll op her in case she needs to do something, but she has to ask my permission before she does. So it ends up being, you know, that. But then I de-op her when I come back because there's no need for that many admins. And she gets angry at me. I'm like, wait until you're a little older for that, okay? But, you know, and as the server grows, we will add more admins. We're not going to stick with 3 for the rest of the time that, you know, this is up. Which is going to be forever, I hope. Anyway, yeah, I just went on a huge, long tangent. Again, I need sleep! But yes, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoy it, and I just hope that you don't think that we are going mainstream. I'm not really trying to. I mean, we're still, you know, different than others. We don't have those mini games or anything like that. It's all just about roleplay here. It doesn't matter what it looks like or anything like that. Okay. Pacifist Sans X Frisk. Sans, oh hey, Frisk, wanna go to Grillby's? Frisk, sure. There's that stutter. Story, Frisk has a crush on Sans. Oh, Story, Frisk has a crush on Sans, okay. Sans, okay, I have a quicker way to get there. Teleport, Frisk, I'll have fries. Sans, hey Grillby, some ketchup and fries, please. Grillby nods okay. Yeah, Grillby's sort of like a mute. You notice that he doesn't say anything, like, ever. No, wait, he does. Wait, doesn't he say we're closed in the genocide route if you walk in? If you walk into Grillby's after you've killed everyone in Snowden, he'll tell you we're closed. But that's like the only line of dialogue he has in the entire game. Correct me if I'm wrong there, by the way. Sans, thanks Grubs. Sans, here you go, Frisk. Frisk, thanks Sans. Flowey peeks from the window. Flowey, Frisk and Sans together? Let's see what they do. Stairs. To be continued for next chapter. Go to the next page, Light. Next chapter tomorrow or today, who knows? No one knows. To Lust Sans. Hi, Lust. Well, hello. Pun/joke books. Now time for puns! Sorry if the puns are not funny, I'm bad at them. Why do you... I'm sure you're not bad at them. Why do you... do... if you, oh, no, it's what do you do if you see a skeleton dancing? You jump out of your skin and join him. Nice. What do goats and skeletons have in common? Nothing. Really. Sans. You goat to be kidding me. I think that's adorable. That's like a long-running joke. It's everywhere on YouTube and stuff, and it makes me laugh every time. It's like, you goat to be kidding me. It's so cute. Why did the skeleton feel down? Because he needed a pick-me-up. Yeah, nice. I got a skeleton of work done. A skeleton! I think that's supposed to be, I got a ton of work done. A skeleton. We can't order a trombone sound. Trombone? It doesn't even sound right to me anymore because I think I've been saying it so much. Papyrus. Sans! Hey, there you go. There's your Papyrus, invitation there. Okay, wait. Before I go on, actually, I am gonna do that so I don't end up forgetting. So, hold on. Let me take a drink. Alright. I'm ready. Alright. So, okay. We all know this Papyrus doesn't like Sans' little jokesy jokes. Jokes. Sorry, I'm done. I'm nervous, I'm sorry. I know this sounds stupid. I can do Purple Shep's voice all day long, but as soon as it comes to Papyrus's, and I'm like, oh, I'm on the spot! What do I do now? Oh no! Anyway. Let's see. So he gets mad at Sans puns. Alright, so Sans just made like a really Sans... Forgot the S. Made like a really bad pun. Everybody's laughing. Except for Papyrus, who flips out! No, I'm kidding. Alright, so he's, as soon as I put myself on the spot, I lose it. Alright, so... Sans! Enough of the puns! I am tired of this! Something like that. My voice is all today, but whatever. Sorry. That was horrible. That was absolutely horrible. Usually I do a better impression. Oh, I'm so disappointed in myself. Anyway, all jokes made by the writer, Emerald X/UT Frisk. Did you like them? Yes, I did. I hope everyone liked my horrible papyrus impression. My throat hurts now. Ow. Nicknames. I love the new nickname thing! Me too. I just don't like the fact that people sometimes abuse it. Again, like I said, coming on as like Exotic Butters. I swear to God, if I hear Exotic Butters one more time, like that, it's funny. I get the joke. I understand. But stop with the Exotic Butters, please. Just a request from Game Night 9000. This is just a request. I think you should add an Undertale surface to the server. Thanks. And maybe you could add a little bit more stuff. Thanks. Again, this is just a request. Just a request, you don't need to do it. Only if you want to. Signed, the Game Night 9000, aka Underfell or Undertale Azrael. Actually, we do have a surface. Let me, you see that, like, white-looking, that really big white-looking building? Kind of looks like a, I don't know, like an industrial-size type, like, thing. Let me get closer. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Technically speaking, that is the quote-unquote surface. I'm not going to show what's inside because I don't want to spoil it. I know that sounds silly that the surface is a giant room or building, but it's like that because if you were to come out right here, there is nothing here that would make it look like a decent surface. All you would see are the Freddy Fazbear's stuff that I've got going on over here, and then you come back and you can go right back to Snowden, which is underground. It kind of makes no sense. So I did make the surface, but I also put a door at the end. It's a one-way door. Basically, you're in the surface and you can come out, but you can't go back in through there, so people can't cheat. So go all the way to Judgment Hall, then go out that door. You will be at the barrier, and then you go to the throne room, and then you go like a little roundabout thingy. I'm sorry. Throne room first, then barrier. My head is spinning. And then after that is the surface. So, yeah, you have nothing to worry about there. Don't worry. We do have one. It's just obviously a small surface. But that's only because in the game, you don't get really much of the surface to begin with. So, that's why it isn't much. It's just basically scenery, you know? I hope you enjoy it anyway. And if you didn't know about that, well, you learn something new every day. Okay, so we've got 4 more books to do. From me to you. Hi, Lightning. Can you play Roblox or Pokemon? Okay, bye. From Andre, 822. Wow, my head just went scrambled. Actually, oh god, I don't know how much hate I'm gonna get for this. I am not a fan of Pokemon at all. And I did play Roblox for a little while, but I don't know, I'm not really a fan. I did like some of the roleplay stuff, but I don't have it on my phone anymore, and I don't play it on here because, well, I'm always too busy playing Minecraft, so to answer your question, no, probably not, sorry. Especially no to Pokemon. Roblox is a, maybe, possibly, but Pokemon is definitely a no. Okay, I'm gonna skip this right now. No offense. I can't do that right now, because my throat is killing me from my little papyrus impression that I probably botched. My part 2 of Don't Touch the Child. Is this gonna hurt my throat too? Probably. I'll try not to yell it, though. I know that's the point, but my throat hurts. I'm sorry. Frisk. No! No touch me! God, I love underpants. Makes me crack up. Flowey. In this world, it's kill or killed. No, it's kill or be or killed. No. I mean, it's kill or killed be. Just slaps Frisk. Oh, God. Frisk. You gonna has bad time Dunkle. Dunkle equals dad plus uncle. Actually, no. When you hear about Sans being referred to as Dunkle in the in like the comics and stuff, they're saying Dunkle because of the whole get dunked done thing. Not a combination of dad and uncle. Although, for those who ship Soriel, I guess it works. Ugh. I hate that ship. I absolutely despise that ship. I cannot stand that ship. Sans, don't touch my child! What? Suddenly Sans went ghetto for a second. Flowey. F that. Wait. It's F that S, I'm out. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I can't imitate that if I don't know what it is. Sorry. That's awesome. Friends, Chapter 4. Friends, Underlust. From Polar Bears RP, guaranteed. Frisk washed her face, then their hands, and sat in the middle of the bathroom. One other person came up to her and said, "Why are you so afraid? I thought the Underlust type weren't the type for being shy, eh?" She looked up and saw Underlust Papyrus. Frisk gasped in relief and yelled, "Oh, come on! What is that? Is that Japanese? I can't do Japanese! I cannot do Japanese. I'm skipping that. The big capital letter stuff, I'm skipping that. Go ahead, people who enjoy Japanese stuff, you can go ahead and read that yourself. I don't know how to do that. So yeah, sorry. Shh, Frisk, I know I can't read. I don't Sans, I don't think Sans knows I'm here. I am planning to surprise him later, Frisk said. Oh, she went back out, and then she sat with Sans. She finally discovered that she had to be a big girl. Jeez Louise, I can't freaking talk. And tell him that she liked him. Frisk said, "Hey, Sans." Sans replied, "What's up, Frisky?" Frisky! I like you. Frisk kissed Sans and ran. Remember this? Chapter 1, LOL. Frisk sat by a waterfall thinking she was a complete idiot. Chapter 4 is coming ASAP. Nice. Alright, so yeah, like I said, I'm gonna cut this video here. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna cut this video here, but I am going to go and read the Purple Shep one in a little bit. Let me make sure that is the right one still. Yeah, I have no problem reading it. It's just like I said, right now my voice is kind of blah. So I'll read it and then I will splice all the videos together and make it awesome for YouTube.